NKTelco Sports welcomes you to Ohio Northern University, where the Heidelberg Student Princes take on the ONU Polar Bears.
This game brought to you by Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, J&R Auto, Four Seasons Drive-Thru, Buckeye Ford, Stolly Insurance, NKTelco, First National Bank, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram.
This is an NKTelco Sports production.
Good evening and welcome to Ohio Northern University for tonight's men's college basketball game between the Heidelberg Student Prince and the Ohio Northern University Polar Bears. I'm Jeff Henshin. Alongside me this evening is Ron Cruzy. And tonight's game features a battle in the OAC with the Heidelberg Student Princesses coming in here looking to upend the Ohio Northern Polar Bears, Ron, a team that right now finds themselves in first place. So the Polar Bear men have been on a roll. Heidelberg, again, they'll coming in looking to pull the upset here in Ada.
Right, in their first meeting, which was January 18th, Ohio Northern came out on top 84-78, and that game was played at Heidelberg, and it went into overtime to get that result. Heidelberg's come into the game. They've lost 9 of their last 12 games. They're led by 6'1" junior Kier Benny. He averages 15.3 points a game. And 6'5" sophomore Myron Pruitt, who averages 12.1 points a game and 6 rebounds.
We mentioned Heidelberg, losers of 9 of 12. Ohio Northern, Ron, on the other hand, are now winners of 9 straight. They're going to look for number 10 tonight, wins in a row. Big task at home here, and make sure they don't overlook the Student Prince.
Right. Their streak began January the 7th, so just a little over a month ago. They have 5 players averaging double figures. Devon Allen, Connor Baker, Ryan Bruns, Nate Berger, and Aaron Thress. So they're sharing the ball well. They're moving the basketball. They have a different high-point man every night, it seems like. So things are on the upswing for the Polar Bears.
It's nice to see the Polar Bears doing well, and they've been doing a lot of things well, as Ron mentioned, especially in this 9-game winning streak. They'll look to make it 10 tonight from Ada. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip here on NKTelco Sports. As we meet the Student Prince of Heidelberg, DeAvery Collins at number 13. Also number 1, Mike Mason. There's number 23, Myron Pruitt. Number 25 is Chris Moxley. And number 4, who we didn't see yet, is Kier Benny. The Student Prince are coached by Andy Buha, the head coach for Heidelberg. And now for the home team tonight, first is Joey Hurlis, number 1. Leads the team in assists, and followed up by Devon Allen, having a great senior season, averaging just under 16 points. Number 14, Connor Baker. Baker went off for 29 in the overtime win, the first meeting of the season. Joey DiOrio has been playing nice basketball, scoring in double figures recently. And also Ryan Bruns, number 24, leads the team in block shots. Continues to improve on that stat. And the Polar Bears are coached by first-year head coach Rich Bentzman, assisted by Matt Winters and Johnny Sherguy. Before we have the opening tip, we will go through our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference.
For Heidelberg, the first key is transition D. Polar Bears run the floor very well, and they like to push the ball up the floor. The second key would be to defend the 3. Ohio Northern averages 42.7% from the three-point line. They take 23s a game. For ONU, they need to keep sharing the basketball. Polar Bears with balanced scoring. They average 16.5 assists per game. The second key is one and done. They need to control the defensive board.
Thank you, Ron, and we're set with the opening tip. The officials tonight, Tom Morgan, James Curran, and Clay Ehrman. He will officiate tonight's OAC game between the Polar Bears in the white jerseys, black lettering trimmed in orange, and Baker with the first triple. It's up and in. Good start for the Polar Bears.
That's the way to get the game started right there. Baker wide open in the corner, hits the three.
Assist for Hurlis. He continues to increase his record with each assist. Heidelberg, the dark black uniforms tonight with orange trim around the black lettering. Nice answer by the student prince, Myron Pruitt. A tough shot from the 6'5 sophomore.
It looked like he might have shuffled the puppies there a little bit on his takeoff, but they did not call it.
Full court pressure being applied by the student prince. Northern able to break it. Devin Allen. His triple is also up and in. So back-to-back triple shots by the Polar Bears.
2 out of 2 to start the game. That's not a bad way to do it.
You mentioned, Ron, the Polar Bears shooting just over 42% from three-point range as a team. Very impressive mark. Tough to defend the outside as well as the interior when they shoot that well. And another beautiful shot by the student prince.
Off balance and still puts it in off the backboard.
Chris Moxley. And a timeout by Coach Bentzman as the Polar Bears having some trouble with the interior pass or getting the pass inbounded against some pressure.
Yeah, Heidelberg comes out in a man-to-man full court press, and Ohio Northern wasn't ready for it that time. Couldn't find the open guy, so did the smart thing, call timeout and get it set up.
Yeah, you really don't lose that timeout if you don't take it in the first half. They take it away anyway, so maybe a little early, but obviously Coach Bentzman not impressed. Wanted to help his team, I should say, get better movement, a lot of standing around. And Heidelberg has come out very aggressive and intense on that pressure. But both teams, Ron, perfect in each of their first 2 possessions here offensively.
Yeah, you see Ohio Northern taking the threes. They were successful doing that. Heidelberg in dribble penetration, and they've been successful with that.
Heidelberg looking to try to trap. Northern does a nice job getting the ball into the front court. Hurlis up to Devin Allen. Inside the three-point arc. Off the mark, no good. Loose ball belongs. It will stay with Ohio Northern. Team rebound for the Polar Bears.
Allen there was trying to draw the foul, and thus he was forced that shot a little bit. He thought he was fouled, wasn't called.
Hurlis will inbounds, deep corner to Allen. They get a new shot clock on the missed shot. Bruns with the interior look.
Okay.
Nice soft touch.
There, you couple the outside shooting with the inside shooting of Bruns, you got something going there.
Another interior look, soft touch, and the third different, I'm sorry, not the third different touch, that would be Kier Benny's second basket.
And he's their leading scorer at 15.3 points a game.
I take that back. He is the third different student prince to score. So Benny with his first 2 points of the game. Northern likewise has had 3 different players, I should say, score here in the first just almost 2.5 minutes. A lot of action offensively so far. Connor Baker inside, own offensive rebound. He is fouled.
Stayed with it and got the second opportunity.
I'm sure he's a little upset, Ron, that he missed that first go look, but he stayed with it.
Yep. Also a nice pass there from out on top. I think that was Hurlis, wasn't it?
I think so. And again, Hurlis has a nice knack for finding the open player, and we talked about it off air.
He comes in the game with 465 total assists in his career and 994 games.
He took over the lead, if you will, in Ohio Northern history, passing Charlie Just, and also some of those names: Kevin Sensabaugh, Joe Miller, the top assist players in Ohio Northern University history. As Baker makes both free throws, and Ohio Northern gets their first defensive rebound. Baker pulls up and drills it.
Yeah, he had a choice there: get it in the Bruns or take the open 15-footer.
Interior open look. Mike Mason with the look. How Northern had to stop dribble penetration. And Mason able to find the opening. His first basket of the game.
Yeah. All Heidelberg's baskets have been inside.
Pretty good pressure. They've forced Ohio Northern to take a lot of the shot clock. Although we talked around Ohio Northern, as much as they score, they don't run and gun as what you maybe would think. They're just very efficient on offense. They use a lot of the shot clock but they score. And Devin Allen, there it is again. They bleed the shot clock down tonight. Heidelberg's making it difficult for them to get into the front court. But Ohio Northern's been good at still scoring the ball, usually under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Yeah, they come in 42% from the three-point line, and that's excellent shooting.
Myron Pruitt, his 4th point. And Heidelberg also shooting the ball very well as Bruns will come up for some help. And Hurlis now, again, Heidelberg doesn't really back off. They force Northern to get in the front court and then fall back into the man-to-man defense. Nice move by Bruns. No foul called. DiOrio with a shot blocked out of bounds. So it'll stay with Ohio Northern basketball. 11 seconds left on the shot clock. And in for the student Prince will be number 2, Prince Benson, the 6'9 sophomore.
That's what makes it so hard for Heidelberg, because Ohio Northern comes down. They hit 2 threes right away from the outside. Then they get it inside the Bruins. They've got both things going right now. So you just can't concentrate on one aspect of the game.
Also in for Heidelberg, Andrew Grotehouse from Delphos St. John's, number 20 and 33, Connor Hutchinson. Shot clock in single digits. Deep three-point shot by Allen off the mark. Rebounded by Grotehouse.
That's a little deeper than they wanted there, but they were up against the shot clock.
Triple try from up top by Benson, no good. Nice pass down the court to Bruns. Turnaround jumper off the mark short, rebounded by Benson. And boy, the student Prince wasting no time, going right down the court. Hurlis knocked it away, but it stays with Heidelberg. Nice turnaround jumper by Prince Benson. He just came into the game, quickly taking 2 shots already. Converts on the second attempt. Bruns' shot was blocked. He gets his own offensive rebound, and it'll be tied up. So good play at the rim. Maybe thought a whistle would have been called.
Hey, he took it up strong. I'm not sure you can take it up any stronger than that. He got met with a right hand there and some contact, but they left him play.
Had a nice spin move a couple possessions ago where it came up with a lot of traffic. Didn't get the call. As long as they are consistent on both ends. And after all the contact we had down at the left end of the court, a cheapie called on the right end of the floor.
Just a case where he tried to root him out of there, but not a whole lot of contact compared to the other end.
First foul against Ohio Northern goes against Ryan Bruns. Heidelberg also with just 1 team foul. Three-point opportunity taken, no good. Offensive rebound stays with number 11, Michael Davis.
There you go. That was their first outside shot they've taken. Obviously their first 3.
And they're a little payback maybe as Benson gets called for the foul on pushing off on Bruns. So a little talking going on right now between Heidelberg and Northern, and get back to basketball here with 3-point Ohio Northern lead. Again, the pressure defense forces a turnover. Grotehouse with it. Davis out to the corner, and Grotehouse no good from 3-point range. Baker
nice
finds
look.
Allen.
Okay, nice play there by Connor Baker, looking up, finding Allen ahead of him.
Allen did a nice job getting a good kiss off the bank board as he had to get it up in a hurry. And nice use of the bank shot, and it's back to a 5-point lead for the Polar Bears. Grotehouse loses it, and there should be a whistle.
Oh, he got up. He was actually down on the floor and got up with the basketball. Normally that's traveling, but
well, it is a turnover as the alternating possession will go in favor of Ohio Northern. We have a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well as the Ohio Northern Polar Bears on top by 5 here on NKTelco Sports.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
J&R Auto Repair Service is a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Family owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. Trust J&R for all your automotive service needs.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just $20. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for $5 and a 16-piece for $20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru. Great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern, 17-12 in favor of the Polar Bears. Ron, a good start offensively.
Yeah, for the Polar Bears, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. That's very impressive. Shooting 50% overall from the field, and you're going to live with that. 2 for 2 from the foul line. Only 1 turnover. Heidelberg has 2 turnovers, 4 rebounds. ONU is out rebounding Heidelberg right now, 6 to 4.
Well, Ohio Northern's been successful from the outside. The times they've had it inside, their shots have been highly contested, whereas Heidelberg has been able to get some good success inside against some good defense, but not able to knock down any shots from distance.
Yeah, there's one thing you'd like to see Ohio Northern do, maybe tighten up the defense a little bit to stop the dribble penetration of Heidelberg.
Just under 14 minutes left here in the first half. Ohio Northern facing again. Someone just went down at half court. I
think he ran into Baker.
Baker hits the shot. 3-point basket as we have a player down on the floor. I did not see what happened.
I think Baker and him might have collided there.
While we have a player down, I will quickly go through our sponsors here. They include Four Seasons Drive-Thru, Yamada East Steakhouse of Japan, J&R Repair Service, Buckeye Ford, Stolly Insurance. Your scoreboard sponsor this evening is First National Bank. Think First. And our keys to the game were brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference.
We were talking about the game tonight. Obviously, Ohio Northern against Heidelberg. Marietta is tied with Ohio Northern with a 12-2 record in the OAC. Tonight, Capital plays Marietta at Marietta. Capital is in 5th place in the OAC. John Carroll is currently 3rd with a 11-3 record, and they are playing at Baldwin Wallace this evening. John Carroll is number 3 in the OAC. Baldwin Wallace is in 7th place. So 3 games that are very important to the standings in the OAC.
In the men's OAC tournament, the top 8 teams make it to the postseason OAC tournament. And the number 1 seed will play number 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, 4 plays 5. And then that's how it will progress through. It's unlike the women's where you can get a double bye if you're the 1st or 2nd seed. The men will play no byes, and home games are critical as those top seeded teams will play the home game. As getting up now is number 11, Michael Davis. He was the injured player. He's from Portsmouth West High School. And I did not see it. Ron, you felt he maybe ran into a Polar Bear player, and hopefully he's just
yeah, I didn't see any contact to speak of. They crisscrossed, and he went down. So maybe it's a matter of twisting something there, and there wasn't any contact.
Okay, 7-point lead for Ohio Northern. Following, it was a 2-shot point by Devin Allen. Thought originally they had put a 3 up, but it was a 2-pointer, I believe. And there's a foul called by Clay Ehrman underneath on number 22, Joey DiOrio. DiOrio picks up his first foul, team's second. So a new shot clock for the Student Prince. Bruns intercepts the inbounds pass. Baker down to DiOrio, back to Baker. Wow, not sure how DiOrio's pass got through there, but
it happened. So
Baker with 11. Remember, he had 29 the first time these teams met, and he's already off to a good start offensively with 11. Playing some good defense there, forcing a difficult shot by Collins, and the Polar Bears quickly in transition. Remember, the part of the success we've talked about Ron the Polar Bears have had is a good ball movement. They pass well, they flip the court, flip sides of the court, make it very difficult to defend. DiOrio for three.
And there's an example right there. Go inside the Bruns, and he throws it back outside.
On the opposite side.
Yeah, and they hit a three. So that's hard to guard.
Yeah, and then when you start tightening up on the guy away from the ball, that makes it easier to go one-on-one if you have to the basket. Bruns with a strong rebound. Polar Bears up by 12. DiOrio to make it 15, and he does. Timeout by Coach Buhai. With 12:26 left, it'll be a 30-second timeout.
DiOrio, he's hitting 52% from the three-point line, so those last two baskets, they're not mistakes.
Yeah, and he's scored well. Like I said, he has gotten a lot more minutes when Fitzhands got hurt. He's out for the season. And if I read my numbers right, I'm thinking DiOrio has scored in double figures, since the beginning of the year. I think 9 out of 10 games or something like that since he really started getting more minutes.
Yeah, he's got his average up to 7.9 points a game. Like I said, 52% from the three-point line, 91.7% from the free throw line. So not a bad guy to have on the floor at all times.
No, he's from Watterson High School out of Columbus. DiOrio's a 6'4" junior. Just another Polar Bear that on any given night, like you mentioned, they could have numerous different people lead the team in scoring, and their defense forces another turnover here. That'd be the fourth turnover committed by the Student Prince.
So right now, Heidelberg's getting the ball inside yet, but they're not converting the baskets from inside the lane.
Hurlis needed help. His bounce pass skips a little wide.
That's where you want to have your
someone back.
The reverse guy about 2 steps behind the basketball. From
and that's
our
where
angle,
maybe
we couldn't tell if he was or not, but I think if he would have been, he
makes the pass easier.
Yeah,
it's almost like you're trying to throw around a corner.
Yep,
it's tough to do, but Heidelberg, give him credit that Preston has given Ohio Northern a little bit of trouble. That turnover there created. It's just most of the time it's taken Ohio Northern a lot of time to get across the line, but
yeah, they made Hurlis pick up his dribble where he doesn't want to pick it up there.
Bruns Alder gets the rebound. I don't know if he got the block shot, but he altered the shot. Allen, his shot is just off the mark. And quickly down the floor come the Student Prince.
And he took that up against 2 defenders. There's a rare outside shot.
Myron Pruitt, his three-point shot, no good, and Polar Bears trying to grow the 15-point lead, and they make it 18. DiOrio.
He's on fire right now. That's 3 of 3.
9 points for Joey D, and it's an 18-point spread with still 11 minutes to go, over 11 minutes to go here in the first half.
Heidelberg slows it down a little bit of ball movement.
They find Mason on the interior.
And again, they can't convert it.
Referee gave the straight up signal by Bruns to avoid the foul, so Mason just missed the shot. Good defense by the Polar Bears. They'll look to grow the 18-point lead. They've hit a number of shots here lately. They've held Heidelberg scoreless. The cross-court pass this time intercepted. And on the other end, finally breaking a drought, is Chris Moxley from Bishop Hartley High School. His 4th point of the game, and that was a long time since the Student Prince had scored.
Right. They average 8.4 steals a game, and normally on a steal situation, you're going to get a
offense,
fast break on the other end.
Well, they almost get another one, as Hurlis, though, will give off to Bruns, and will call steps violation as the first substitutes for Ohio Northern, Aaron Tress, number 40, and also number 30, Nate Berger. Both these gentlemen, Ron, you mentioned, coming off the bench, both averaging double-figure points. So, a deep scoring bench, even when support players are coming in,
they just
scoring
keep
double
coming
figures.
at you. And if you're the other team, after a while, you don't know who to concentrate on.
And by that, everyone's got to play their man straight up. It eliminates you being able to double team certain players and let some guys go. As Tress battles, Ohio Northern will come away with the rebound. Baker has already scored 11, make it 13.
There, he gave them a little bit of their own medicine there. Drove the ball right through the lane, put it off the backboard.
Baker now with a baker's dozen.
That's a good one.
Back to an 18-point lead. Moxley silences the defense that time with a nice jump shot. He now has 6 points.
That's hard to guard there. He comes twisting move and puts it up left-handed.
And he's only 5'10", so a shorter player, but still uses his body, as you mentioned, to shield and give himself enough separation. Tress just came into the ballgame not too long ago, as well as Nate Berger. Diorio off the mark. Tress battles, but it's rebounded by Mason. Heidelberg needs a basket. They trail by 16. Roadhouse down in the corner to Alex Elena. Moxley shot, and he is fouled. So it'll be a 2-shot opportunity as Nate Berger questioned the official who touched what. And I don't think Nate agrees, but it'll be 2 shots coming up for number 25, Chris Moxley. Again, just 5 feet 10 inches tall, junior out of Columbus, Ohio. He attended Bishop Hartley High School and second on the team in scoring for Heidelberg at 13.3 points a game.
It looks like Heidelberg's picked up their defense a little bit here in the last couple minutes. They're getting in some passing lanes and getting after the ball, a lot of ball pressure.
Moxley connects on both free throws. He's a 69% free throw shooter, and it's a 14-point lead. So Heidelberg, after kind of going through a drought with Ohio Northern being very aggressive on offense, hitting some triples from Diorio, has now come back to score some points in succession.
That was a nice seal there by Tress. He had his defenders sealed to the baseline for a nice 45-degree angle pass there.
6 feet 7 inch Aaron Tress. You mentioned the wide base makes it a lot easier to try to throw the ball in. Devin Allen buries it.
Can't leave him open.
Allen now in double figures with 11 points. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Berger's. A triple try by Grodehouse is off the mark. And again, they try to enter the pass, and Tress maybe lost his balance, just kind of lost positioning. The ball goes out of bounds, and with 8:12 left to go, Ohio Northern commits their 5th turnover.
Yeah, I think at this point, Ohio Northern would gladly give him those outside shots.
Grodehouse up top to Hutchinson, and there's a whistle away from the ball. It'll go against Heidelberg.
Neither team is able to get a shot off in their last 2 possessions.
Alex Arlenio with his first personal foul and another whistle. Foul is on Heidelberg's number 24, Malik Quisenberry. Officials are starting to, let's say, pay attention more away from the ball, but kind of maybe the holding and grabbing going on. And
at first there wasn't hardly any fouls called, and we're seeing a lot of fouls in the last couple minutes.
Entry pass from Nate Berger, basket by Aaron Tress. 19-point lead.
Ooh.
Boy, nice move by Moxley.
Some handle there. He spun and then crossed over. He had it all going on there.
Polar Bears could go up by their biggest lead with a basket of, in this possession, Tress in the interior, turning, shooting, gets a shot blocked.
All right.
But it's recovered by Diorio. His triple is off the mark. Nate Berger, the third time's a charm.
3 opportunities there for the Polar Bears.
Nate Berger averaging 13 points a game and 4 rebounds. Again, that's coming basically off the bench for most of the year. Provides some very good minutes coming off the bench. Moxley works his way in, does a nice job protecting the ball. And Moxley now with 10 points.
He's got nice body control on his shots, and I don't know if it's because he's left-handed. You see a lot of left-handers like that are able to get shots off that maybe right-handers wouldn't get off. I know that sounds crazy, but it seems like I've seen that. Yeah,
I agree. It's I don't know what the deal is if we're just not used to it, but there's a whistle on the court, a media timeout. We'll take one with him with 6:42 left. It's Ohio Northern 39, Heidelberg 20 on NKTelco Sports.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern. Polar Bears offensively on fire tonight. They've already got 39 first half points. There's still over 6 minutes to go, Ron, and their shooting continues to be a blessing tonight.
Yeah, 7 out of 9 now from the three-point line. That's 77.8%. 60% from the field overall. Perfect from the foul line. 5 turnovers. They'd like probably to decrease that a little bit, but they're averaging 14.5 turnovers a game, so they're probably pretty close to being on mark there.
Joey DiOrio tonight, 3 of 4 from Tripletown, along with Devin Allen, 3 of 4. Connor Baker, 1 of 1. For some great outside shooting by the Polar Bears.
Yeah, the three shots from DiOrio
were in succession.
Yeah, 3 straight. Those were probably the 3 biggest shots so far of the first half, I would think.
That really took the game when it was closer. I don't exactly remember all the numbers.
It expanded the lead there.
Yeah, like record in just a matter of minutes, it seemed like. And then Heidelberg quickly found themselves down a bunch.
Yeah.
Foul goes against number 5, C.J. Marshall. So that will be the 7th team foul, and going to the free throw line will be Nate Berger, who, again, coming off the bench, has had a great job at doing his support. His free throws for Nate Berger, and that one is good. The
Polar Bears normally shoot 74% from the free throw line, so a very good free throw shooting team.
Berger at 78%. Does his job, and it's a 21-point lead now for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. And if you missed our pregame, the first place Ohio Northern Polar Bears, as they have won 9 in a row and currently tied with Marietta for first place in the OAC, as Heidelberg, though, does a nice job with a couple of different opportunities, and Kier Benny.
Yeah, you don't want to give them 3 opportunities. They're going to put one of them in.
Almost a steal, as again, Heidelberg has been very active defensively. They've got their hands on a number of passes, and their press has been pretty good. Ohio Northern really hasn't been able to break it down and get cheap, easy baskets, maybe one or so here or there, but for the most part, Heidelberg has been very aggressive.
And Heidelberg probably won't take that off until Ohio Northern actually converts layups off of it.
Heidelberg and Ohio Northern both like to score the ball a lot. Ohio Northern coming in 83.7, just under 84 points a game. Heidelberg just under 80, so a difference of just 4 points on average is what these two teams are scoring. Allen with a deep three with the shot clock under 10. Offensive rebound by Joey DiOrio, and a new look for the Polar Bears. Tress working his way against Mason. And Mason gets called for putting two hands on the back of Tress, so it'll be free throws for number 40, Aaron Tress.
Once again, Tress has given him some good minutes out there off the bench.
Tress on the free throw stripe this year, 43 of 50 for 86%. Tress averaging 10 points a game, 6 rebounds out of Amanda Clear Creek High School. Makes the first free throw, 6'7" senior. He's done a nice job considering he was the leading scorer last year, I believe, close to 18 points a game. Has done a nice job accepting and performing, no matter whether it's a starter or coming off the bench. He makes both free throws.
You might be wondering where that high school is. It's in Lancaster.
That is correct. Lancaster, Ohio. Amanda Clear Creek, the high school. And the two free throws by Tress gives the Polar Bears a 21-point lead, and a ill-advised turnover, I believe it was, by the Student Prince. Give the ball right back to Northern, and Northern will look to stay offensively hot here in this first half. There's a whistle, and the foul will be against Joey Hurlis. Hurlis gets called for the player control push foul.
Yeah, they kind of left Tress out there hanging there. Nobody came to the ball, and by the time he put it on the floor, Hurlis committed the foul. So after a good start there by Heidelberg, getting the ball inside and converting, they're having trouble now. They're getting the shots inside, but not very many of them are going in.
Pruitt able to make his 6th point of the game as the turnaround jumper goes in, and again, the pressure still there as Hurlis will advance the ball to Tress. Tress, his shot blocked straight on, and a battle for the ball, and it is a timeout called by Heidelberg. So Heidelberg will maintain possession with exactly 5 minutes left to go in the first half, and they're just giving a roll sign. So I don't know if that means just a substitution timeout of some sort as both teams back on the court.
30 seconds.
That will be their 30-second timeout that I think if you don't take, you lose. I'm not real sure how that works, but teams really never went to the bench. Exactly 5 minutes to go, and they're talking now to make sure maybe there's not a media timeout involved here. We're back to live action.
There was no sign there where that came from. Ready to go, though.
43-24.
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Almost took. Might as well let them go to the bench and have a 30-second timeout.
Yeah.
So anyhow, clock running, under 5 minutes to go the first half. We'll try to get words with Coach Bensman at halftime on his way off the court. Shot missed
there
by Pruitt, and it's knocked away. Ohio Northern in transition. Hurlis doesn't score
nice
a lot.
Move there by Hurlis. Faked the pass to the corner and put it up for the layup.
Averages 6 points a game, along with 5 assists. 3-point shot by Pruitt, no good. Oh, I'm sorry, bounce. It did bounce in. Good ball movement by Ohio Northern. Finding the cutter coming through the middle, and Allen's three-pointer in and out, no good. Hurlis read it well, knocked it out of bounds, nearly came up with the steal.
Nice play. It slowed Heidelberg down. Now we'll have to take it on along the side.
Remains an 18-point lead. Ohio Northern has been on top since the tip-off. They scored the first basket of the game, a 3-point shot, and Heidelberg came right back with a quick 2. But Ohio Northern answered with another triple and have just basically led throughout the contest.
These last 4 minutes here of the first half is going to be very important for the Polar Bears. They've got a good start here, a hot start. They need to contain that or keep it up for the next 4 minutes, not let Heidelberg get back into the game. That would be a shame the way they've played the first 16 minutes.
Alex Sabella, number 23, 6'4" junior out of Zionsville, Indiana, picked up his first foul. And
Ohio Northern is above their average right now, and Heidelberg is well below theirs.
Pruitt makes good on both free throws, and a 16-point lead. And as Ron said, you hope Ohio Northern doesn't go flat here as they turn it over again. And a charge offensive foul charge taken by Devin Allen. That will make up for the errant pass that the Polar Bears threw away. But you want to make sure Ohio Northern, as the Student Prince, are not giving up. They continue to play aggressive defense.
And you don't want to give them a run here.
No,
in the
don't
last
give them
4
any
minutes.
confidence. Committing the charge foul is Chris Moxley, his first foul. It is team control, so no free throws. Sabilla gets the ball, and he needs help, and we'll get rid of it. Allen, nice fake high, throw low technique. Turns a corner, kicks out. Berger for three, no good. Tress battles, it'll be knocked out of bounds and stay with Ohio Northern on the fresh 30.
They left him play there on that rebound. Ohio Northern doing a little bit better job, especially along this sideline with the bounce pass.
Oh, it gets the press, yes. This time they throw it away, and quickly Moxley trying to find a teammate that will give it back. Coach Buhai applauding his team's effort. Although a turnover was committed, they continue to, again, wreak havoc. 8 turnovers, maybe 9 now for Ohio Northern.
They've given them last couple of possessions, they've given them chances to get on a run, but they haven't been able to take advantage of that. Here they turn it over again.
Block called against Hurlis, as going hard was Kier Benny. The big jump stop into Hurlis. And Hurlis is called for the second foul. And Hurlis trying to plead his case again to the official, but the call goes in favor of Heidelberg. Kier Benny, 83% free throw shooter on the season. Mentioned how Northern shooting the free throws very nicely. Heidelberg comes in at just under 70% as a team, but a couple of their players, such as Benny, at 83%, very good shooter this season. And it is now quietly a 14-point game. So remember, it was 21 was the biggest lead, and that was at the 7:13 mark of this first half. So in about 4 minutes, Heidelberg has shaved off 7 points. And Ohio Northern has committed some turnovers in that time, and a block shot, another block shot. Alex Orlanio with the block, the rebound by the Student Prince. No good 3-point shot for Benny, and Ohio Northern survives another.
They've done a pretty good defensive job on Benny. He comes in the game averaging 15 points a game. He has 6 right now, so Ohio Northern has done a nice job on him.
Turnaround jumper by Aaron Tress, assist. Nice entry pass by Sabilla, who got low to the ground, Ron, with a nice entry bounce pass, and Tress finished for his 6th point.
Yeah, he made a quick move to his right shoulder and then came back to his left and able to get the shot off.
Moxley, boy, tough to stop, and that's his 12th point. Ron, probably a lot of them have been in the paint, haven't they?
Yeah, a lot of them have been in the lane. It reminds me of, I know he's not as good, but Isaiah Thomas of the Celtics. The Cavaliers have a little point guard now. He's left-handed, and they all play the same type basketball.
Have a knack for getting in there, protecting the ball. They don't get it blocked. And like a quick release, but yet soft and able to, and more importantly, finish. They can score the ball.
Yep.
A 14-point lead, and you got to think Ohio Northern, although the 14-point lead is nice, would like to get some positive possessions here. They got one last time down with Tress. This one is going to be salvaged, as they will be a whistle and a foul with just 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ohio Northern will get a break. Foul will go against Alex Orlanio. And that's going to help the Polar Bears. They were going to be in desperation mode, Ron, trying to get a shot off.
Yeah, they had an 18-point lead there when we first started talking about that. And I don't think the Polar Bears have scored since then.
Tress's interior play the last time down, but more times than not, it's been turnovers.
Yeah.
They have got 9 for the game, and probably 5 of them have come in the past 3 minutes.
Yeah, and their largest lead was 21 back at the 7:13 mark.
Tress makes good on 1 of 2. He now has 7. He'll check out. Bruns will re-enter for the final 2 minutes. And again, we'll try to get a word with Coach Bensman at halftime and see what his thoughts are, as his team has been shooting the ball well, but maybe letting the Student Prince defense dictate a little bit more of the Polar Bear offense here as of late. 3-point shot by Quisenberry off the mark. Berger with the rebound. Baker open down the left side. Nice body control. Connor Baker now with 15.
So they get the layup off of the missed three.
Good job running the court by the Polar Bears. Grodehouse picks his dribble up, needs help. Wow. It looked like Baker was standing there and took the blow, if you will, from DeAvery Collins, but it'll be Baker that will get whistled. And DeAvery Collins a chance to score.
And Coach Bensman's asking him why it isn't a foul on one end and not on the other end.
Sometimes things happen pretty quickly,
but there's a lot of contact on both ends.
Yeah. DeAvery, a 68% free throw shooter, averaging just under 10 points a game. His team, the Student Prince of Heidelberg, down by 17. It remains 17. Bruns with the rebound. DiOrio will give it back to Devin Allen, and
this
Nate Berger
a
will bring
big
it up.
Possession here for the Polar Bears. They got it back to 17. They get a basket here, and they're right back in business.
You got to think teams will make runs, and Heidelberg has played hard throughout. And
there you go. That's a
Nate
nice
Berger,
move there.
nice penetration, and Berger able to score in the interior. And you talk about Berger, he's just 5'10" as well. Went in, good body control, Ron protected it. Bruns from good help defense with a block shot.
Bruns was sitting there seeing enough of that. He come out there and was ready for that one.
Back to 19-point lead, the final 40 seconds. The Polar Bears right now get a bucket here. Apparently have withstood a run, if you will, from the Student Prince.
Shot clock down to 10.
Allen has it stripped away, and he is fouled with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. So, again, don't be surprised to let the Polar Bears run it down under 10. They seemingly have a way of creating instant offense when needed. And
yeah, they have a knack of getting that shot off at the end of the shot clock without forcing it.
Allen good on the free throw. He comes in at 43 of 51 on the season for 88%.
So many times you see a team get the shot clock run down and then they end up taking a
bad shot.
A bad shot, yeah.
Makes good on both. I'm going to let Ron finish out the first half. I'll go try to get a hold of Coach Bensman the final 20 seconds.
Okay, so Moxley directing the Heidelberg Princess. Takes the rare outside shot, no good. Bruns with the rebound, out to DiOrio, taking it right down the middle, and he's got the layup, no good. So the end of the first half, Ohio Northern 54, Heidelberg 33, and we'll get a hold of Coach Bensman here as he leaves the floor, and Jeff is waiting on him as Ohio Northern comes up with a really nice first half here, scoring 54 points. That's above their average for a half. Take a 21-point lead into the locker room. And we have a delay here. I'm not sure what that's about, but I think it might be a presentation that we weren't aware of maybe. But overall, Ohio Northern 58% from the three-point line, 54% from the field. So they've had a good half. The last 4 minutes, it tailed off a little bit statistically, but still a nice half. So we're looking at some students there that obviously are here to be awarded for good performance. I didn't quite hear the announcement, but Coach Bensman will be there to greet those students. And we'll just take a timeout here And a word from our sponsor right now with a score 54-33.
Achieving a Hall of Fame status, it would just take the cake. It would be the greatest honor.
They put in rigorous hours to become not just a great student, but a great athlete, a great person, and obviously it's paid off.
You look at the wall and you see all these people that have done it before you, and that's what motivates me to keep going every day.
They have put ONU on a pedestal.
They have laid the foundation to what a great player should be like. I think that being inducted in the Hall of Fame shows that you were one of the best at your time while you played here at ONU.
Saying that you're gonna be inducted into the Hall of Fame, I don't know. I guess tears of joy would be a good word for it. A big adrenaline rush would probably bring me back to my college days, reminisce on a lot of memories that I've had. It would just put me on cloud 9, I guess.
Come back to ONU and see the Polar Bear family and everybody that's passed through here and see that you've made an impact in what you've done.
Something you can only dream of. It's definitely something you have to work towards. You have to want from day one.
Something they should cherish and look back on and show to their kids. And if I was ever inducted, that I would cherish. So
being in the Hall of Fame is one of the greatest accomplishments you can achieve as an athlete here at ONU.
Everybody at ONU, we're just one big family, and we're all so proud of them.
To all the Hall of Fame inductees, you've achieved one of the greatest accomplishments that you can achieve as an athlete. I hope to be at your level one day. Congratulations, and good luck at the ceremony.
I did have fear, especially since my brother was a pharmacy major. Their courses are really tough. And then as I started in the engineering program, I quickly learned that not all the material was that easy, especially since I had no experience. But it was mainly just my hard work ethic and the professors wanting to interact with you, constantly reaching out to try to help you, that kind of eased my mind a little bit.
Ohio Northern University has always had a strong relationship with the Village of Ada. Because of this, I was able to write a community EPA grant for a composting facility to better handle the food waste at both the university and the Village of Ada. Throughout my research, I identified multiple issues that are facing both the university and the Village of Ada. The main being the amount of food waste that's traveling to the wastewater treatment facility, entering their anaerobic digestion, which is causing for unnecessary maintenance of the anaerobic digestion. I'm thankful I was able to attend Ohio Northern University, where both the administrative staff and the professors support students in their passions in life. One of my biggest passions has always been how I can make the world a better place. And I found that, and I believe that starting with food waste composting is just one small way both the Village of Ada and the university can make the world a better place. Good?
Good. I like that. I love it. All right.
Take like 9.
It's not often you get a chance to thank publicly someone who has provided something to this scale. It's a spectacular facility, and it's one of the best in college soccer. It's one of the best in track and field anywhere. A great day for us to be able to gather together and thank the Kirscher family for their generosity and their support of our sports.
Kirscher Stadium, home of Ohio Northern's men's and women's soccer team and men and women's outdoor track team, is now one of the finest soccer track stadiums in the nation. The stadium not only serves the university, but provides a first-rate facility for the entire West Central Ohio sports and recreation community. And we are very, very proud of that. And we thank Bob and Barb, because now the dream of a first-class soccer and track stadium is truly a reality. So please, everyone, join me in expressing our deep gratitude and sincere appreciation to the Kirschers for their generosity and their love of Ohio Northern. We thank you.
Better way to celebrate the opening of such a cool space than to have a bunch of really good food, sports on the TVs, and hang out with all your friends.
We had the privilege and exciting honor of being the focus group for this amazing new space.
And really what this came about is we had always wanted someplace on campus that students could hang out that would draw people to Macintosh Center. So what we did is we pulled together a bunch of student opinions, and we've been working on this concept for quite some time. And now that it's here, it is incredible to see in person.
We have been wanting this for a while, ever since I was a freshman and I'm a senior now. Now that it's here, it feels like it was all worth it. We're so appreciative.
And I think what the best part is Gina and I aren't going to be on campus next year, but we've both talked about wanting to come back just to see this space again and to see it being used and to see students enjoying it so much. So I think it'll bring us back to campus too, because I really want to see people enjoying it for years to come.
And a huge goal of our administration was to raise school spirit. And what better way to do it than to have a place to hang out and grow in that school spirit? And now we're not going to be able to find a seat in here for weeks because it's going to be so packed.
Even though ONU is a small school, I've been able to see a lot of the world through the travels through the music department. Music is the universal language that draws us all together. Through my time at Ohio Northern, I've been able to travel with the music ensembles to Germany, England, Scotland, Wales, Italy, and Luxembourg. And sharing music with the different people there has been a really transformative experience about going to Ohio Northern. Before I was in college, I never thought that I would want to travel a lot, but once I started traveling, I just want to go everywhere now, so yeah.
Right now, as it stands, there's no criminal punishment for human trafficking of children for the purposes of adoption, and that's what I did my seminar paper on. And I was able to reach out to some people and give a proposed solution to the human trafficking in Cambodia. So it was something that I never would have thought myself to divulge in, but given the opportunity, I jumped in head first. I'm not sure where I will go after law school, but I know that ONU has paved the highway, and there's 8 different turns, and they've prepared me for whatever turn that I take.
first got here, I was from a big city. I was from Pittsburgh, so it was a lot different whenever I first came into this small little town. For 4.5 hours, my mom actually tried to talk me out of it, and that was my 4.5 hour drive here was, don't go to Ada, don't go to Ohio Northern. It's a small town, but I got here, stepped out of the car, and walked onto campus, and I looked at her and I was like, this is it, this is home. So I've been here for 4 years. I have fallen in love with the town. It has so much charm. It's not what you expect it to be, but it's everything and more. And whenever you're at Ohio Northern, you have the faculty and the staff who just absolutely adore you and want to take care of you and help you be successful. They teach you to be leaders and entrepreneurs. They teach you to collaborate and to be innovative and just to never take no as an answer. So it's been a very exciting time here, and I don't think I would make any changes. I would definitely stay here, and if I could stay longer, I would, but I don't think anyone would be okay with that.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern University, where the Polar Bears are on top 54-33 over the Student Prince of Heidelberg. And with the first half stats, here is Ron Cruzy.
For Heidelberg, they're shooting 39% from the field, 13 of 33 from the three-point line. Not so good. 1 of 9 from the foul line, 6 of 8, 12 rebounds, and 8 turnovers. For Ohio Northern, 19 of 35 from the field, and that's 54%. From the three-point line, 7 of 12. They cooled off a little bit there at the end of the first half. Foul shooting, a real nice 9 of 10. Rebounding-wise, they've doubled Heidelberg on rebounds, 24 to 12. Turnovers, 9. That's a little bit above their average. Like I said, they come in the game averaging 14.7 turnovers a game, and already have 9, but give Heidelberg credit there. Man-to-man, full-court press, they caused a few turnovers on that.
There's been times where Ohio Northern did struggle against that full-court pressure, but another stat that we talked about, Ron, even before the game, maybe one of your keys of the game about ball movement.
Right.
Ohio Northern, 12 first-half assists. Joey Hurlis, again, the team leader in that category, already has 5, and we talked about, well, you can make great passes, you guys got to be able to knock down the shots. Well, if your pass isn't in rhythm, good shooters maybe have trouble scoring. So you need guys to be able to obviously score, but you need to put the ball in their hands in the right spot. Ohio Northern has done a nice job of that this year. They come into the game with 346 assists for them versus 241 against them, meaning their opponents. So Ohio Northern has almost 100 more assists.
Right.
On the season than their opponents have had against them.
Yeah, and you couple that with 5 guys averaging double figures. That means you're sharing the basketball, you're unselfish, and that's what makes a good team. Unselfish play, hitting the open man, and when you're open, your percentage is going to go up if you have the ability to shoot the basketball, and these guys have that ability.
Yeah, these guys, didn't get to this level by being bad scorers in high school, and they just have gotten more confidence. And again, the team play has been very good here for the Polar Bears. Once they've gotten kind of used to the system and used to each other, and they're off to a good start here. And again, pressure almost creating a turnover. Diorio, who hit 3 threes in a row, misses, but Devin Allen, an offensive rebound. Hurlis up top over to Baker, who led the Polar Bears with 15 points in the first half. Diorio had 9. Devin Allen with 13.
As you said before, Baker had 29 in the first meeting, so it shouldn't be a big surprise to Heidelberg. And they come out here, and Baker already has 15 points.
And basket by Devin Allen now puts him at 15 as well.
And he had a nice game the first time around. I think he had 14 points in the first game.
Entry pass knocked away, turnover Polar Bears. Nice pass, dunk shot missed, rebounded by Heidelberg, and Moxley's three-pointer no good.
So the Polar Bears survived that one.
Bruns will be fouled in the act of shooting by Moxley, as again running the floor very nicely over the Polar Bears, especially when their big men can glide down the court almost unnoticed, if you will, and get rewarded with a chance for the basket. Now the free throws coming up from Ryan Bruns out of Marion Local High School, hometown of Chickasaw. First free throw up and in.
He's a 64.2% free throw shooter on the year.
Had one block shot in the first half. He and Tress are both up in the career leaders here at Ha Northern. Bruns currently in 5th with 106 block shots. Tress in 9th with 54. Bruns again with a 106, just a sophomore. The leader in block shots is Stan Morris with a 171. Jeff Isle at 158. George Tiemann at 131. So you got to think Bruns with 2+ years left could set the record for career block shots at Ha Northern, as that shot is knocked out of bounds and missed by Allen, knocked out of bounds. We'll go over to Heidelberg. Earlier tonight I mentioned Joey Hurlis, the career leader in assists at Ha Northern, surpassing Charlie Just, who was first, Kevin Sensabaugh second, Joe Miller was third. So now Hurlis finds himself as the leader in that category. Grodehouse, nice spin dribble. Mason, his shot off the mark, rebounded by Grodehouse. Somehow he got it around Bruns and up and in.
One thing I always look at, Jeff, is the assist to turnover ratio. And Hurlis right now has 108 assists to 57 turnovers. That's 1.9 ratio. And anytime you get around the 2 mark, especially as a point guard, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time handling the ball, so countless opportunities where he could throw it away, and has done a nice job controlling it. Bruns with a nice entry pass from Joey Diorio.
And as a team, Ohio Northern has a 1.1 ratio, which means they have more assists and turnovers, and that's not always the case. We see a lot of high school teams during the year, some college teams, and not very many of them have more. I can guarantee you the high school teams don't have more assists and turnovers.
Well, give credit to Coach Andy Buhai's Heidelberg Student Prince. They continue to play 94 feet of basketball. They're just relentless. They continue to play their style, and Ha Northern's had some trouble. What has been key for Ha Northern is when they've got in the front court, they've nailed down shots, in particular the 3-point shots. That one off the mark. They came in, averaging a very good percentage. I think around 42% as a team, and right now shooting right around 50% in this game. So they've actually above their mark, as Grodehouse will lose his footing and go down and gets called for the travel violation.
And we mentioned that assist to turnover ratio. There was one other player I wanted to mention, that's Diorio, 2.1 ratio, 35 assists and 17 turnovers.
Devin Allen with the basketball. Allen with 15 points tonight, gets it into Bruns. Hurlis. Now we're under 10. This is where Ha Northern will get real creative here and try to get a good shot. Hurlis finds an opening and just kind of opened it up. And Hurlis able to break that first line of defense. No one there to stop him.
Right, no help there at all for Heidelberg.
Shot altered by Bruns, rebounded by Bruns. And Northern now with their biggest lead of the game at 23.
You could hear them say as soon as they got the ball, go, go. They want to push the ball as much as they can.
That one off the hands of Bruns, out of bounds.
Tried to one-hand that and a spin on it, just right off his hand.
Diorio will put a little bit of pressure on and now leave as C.J. Marshall with the basketball for the Student Prince. Benson over. Quisenberry, ball knocked away, stolen. Joey Diorio, number 22, has it stripped away. Good effort by that Student Prince, number 24, Malik Quisenberry, 5'11 freshman.
He dove after that ball and actually made contact with the ball. It was pretty hard to do without making contact with the player.
2-point shot off the mark. Heidelberg in transition have some numbers. Shot off the glass, no good, tipped around, and Bruns runs down the defensive rebound. So the Heidelberg had numbers, didn't maybe get the best looking shot. Northern fortunate to get it back and go to work on offense here. Baker in and out. Northern has cooled off a little bit from that hot start. Now 7 of 16. Still a good percentage, but they started off the game.
They were 7 of 9 at one point, so they're 0 for 6 since that point.
Still nursing a 21-point lead as Northern currently in first place of the OAC, tied with John Carroll University. I'm sorry, I take it back, tied with Marietta in first place. Winners of 9 straight.
Heidelberg's chasing the basketball now, trying to double team as much as possible.
Runs missed. Sorry, Ron.
Yeah, Ohio Northern needs to make those kind of shots.
In transition, number 32, Alex Orlano with the basket as Bruns had missed at the other end and Baker couldn't get the tip to drop. Fouled in the act of shooting.
They got Bruns on an illegal screen. That's his
second foul.
Second foul.
Did not see it. And in replacing him will be Aaron Tress, number 40, who had 7 first half points. Just reaching now the 14-minute mark of this second half. Ohio Northern has led wire to wire, and a moving screen called against Prince Benson as Joey Diorio fighting around Benson, and Benson put his leg out a little bit too much, and so teams trade fouls, and at the 13:55 mark, there's a timeout on the court. We'll take a break with him. You're watching men's college basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
J&R Auto Repair Service is a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Family owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. Trust J&R for all your automotive service needs.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern with 13:55 to go. The men on top 62-43 at Heidelberg tonight in Tiffin, Ohio. The ONU women are leading at the start of the third quarter, 43-22, so they appear on their way to recording their 22nd straight victory, 22-0 if they win tonight. I believe they're ranked 6th in the nation now, so Coach Michelle Duran and her Lady Polar Bears doing a nice job this season as well. Again, they're leading Heidelberg in Tiffin tonight 43-22 as they start the second quarter, and the men in control here. Both the men and the women in first place in the OAC. And as I mentioned, the OAC tournament coming up where the top 8 teams make it, and the top seeded teams get a host games, and the ONU men would like nothing more than host a couple OAC tournament games. The women will enjoy a double bye before they have to play, but more than likely will have a home game as well, as Devin Allen off the mark. And I hate to say the shooting woes, Ron, but Ohio Northern hasn't hit a three-point shot in some time after, I think you said they were 7 of
9 at one point.
Now they're 7 of 16, I believe, so they've missed a number of them. And Heidelberg hits on the triple, so they now trail by 16.
And one key there is they're not getting wide open threes like they were early in the first half.
Tress gets an interior pass, and his shot is blocked. Another block shot. Boy, Heidelberg has had a number of block shots. They had 4 in the first half, and probably their first one here. So 5, and they hit another triple. So here come the Student Prince. They now trail by 13. It was a 23-point spread just 5 minutes ago. You knew that Heidelberg would make a run. They made one in the first half, and Ohio Northern were unable to answer it. Going to have to regroup now and get some good offensive strategy here. And
there
Tress
you go.
misses the assist from Hurlis, but pads the rebound margin and taps in his own missed shot.
Yeah,
a much-needed basket.
They fought off the run there with 4 minutes to go in the first half. That was important to go into halftime, not giving up a run there. And, you know, for the first 5 minutes of this half, they increased their lead, and now all of a sudden, you know, it's down to 15 points. It was 13, and maybe they can put an end to the run right now and build it back up. Be very important for the Polar Bears.
Nate Berger, number 30 in for the game, replacing Devin Allen. So Ohio Northern got a basket their last possession, and they will call Tress too much contact against Mason, trying to fight around him. And for Tress, it'll be just his first foul, team's second.
Polar Bears seem to have quite a few off-the-ball fouls in this ball game.
Well, and we've seen some, though, even against Heidelberg, both
Right.
teams. But, yeah, there's been a number. Soft touch
There he is
shot.
again.
That was number 13, DeAvery Collins this time.
You know, the
You're
same
thinking-
kind of shot.
Yep.
Does
Moxley. Back to 13-point spread as Heidelberg tries a double team. That means someone's open, and Baker gets
There
fouled.
you
Baker not real
Says
pleased.
About time.
He got swiped across the face. Again, when they double team, give Ohio Northern credit. As the officials chat, I wonder,
I thought they were going to come over here and review that,
well,
maybe
with a
for
blow
a
to the
flagrant-
face. Yeah, I don't know if it was what they were mentioning, but you see that now anytime there's contact with the head, you know, is it a flagrant 1 or 2 or such? But Baker appears to be okay, makes his 16th point.
They determined it was a basketball play.
There you go. Baker, 15 points in the first half, his first of the second half. And he makes good. So good answer for the Polar Bears. Taking advantage of that double team, finding the opening player. They push the lead back up to 15. Be nice to get a stop here.
That's Baker's first 2 points of the second half.
Tress battling Mason inside to get it to Mason, and he finishes. Good entry pass. Mason, 6 feet 8 inches, a big man to defend.
Yeah, Berger came over for the help and actually ran by the play.
Offensive foul. They'll call Tress with the hook as he tried to free himself, and back-to-back personal fouls on Tress. He now has 2 fouls with the 9 points.
It's a third team foul for the Polar Bears.
A lot of time left here as Heidelberg has stayed in this ball game. Easily could have backed off, trailing by 21, but they have responded and continued to battle. 3-point shot, no good for DeAvery Collins. The ball stays with Heidelberg. And knocked out of bounds off of Ohio Northern. It will stay with the black and orange of Heidelberg.
Yeah, Ohio Northern is back to 48% from the field, and we've said this many times throughout the season, but the back of the bubblegum card doesn't lie. If you're shooting 49% from the field for the season, you normally come back to that, and they started out 60%, 70%, and so they're going to have a period of time in the game where you got to shoot, not make some shots to get back to that 48%.
Hurlis goes down. He is still down. Not for sure what happened if he got hit. He is holding his left shoulder. So they're playing 5-on-4 as Heidelberg takes advantage of it. Kier Benny scores it. Felt like maybe sounds like he almost, when he was driving, got hit on the shoulder, and maybe, I won't be a doctor here, partially popped it out, but he's rubbing it as if it maybe did, and hopefully just a stinger.
And I think part of it, he wanted to get his point across that he was fouled, and which isn't going to do any good now. I haven't seen him reverse one of those yet.
So the basket has it now at 11. This is the closest Heidelberg has been since back in the first half. Allen finds the open player in Baker. Baker, tough shot, but he is fouled.
That was more of a case where he wanted to get fouled as opposed to he was trying to make it, but the main thing he wanted to do was get fouled in that situation.
Foul goes against number 23, Myron Pruitt, his first. And Baker, who has the 2 free throws here in the second half, now has 3 free throws as he remains perfect from the line tonight. He's 5 of 5. Mason, number 1, checks out of the Student Prince lineup. Baker misses the second opportunity. Now a 12-point game. Moxley into that place where he's been so difficult to stop. Loses the handle momentarily. That forces Heidelberg to bring it back out. And there will be no hoop and harm. There's a foul. And it'll be called against Nate Berger on the drive. But boy, Moxley, number 25, very difficult to stop.
He just has that same shot over and over. He kind of fades over to his right and shoots with his left.
Boy, getting into the interior is number 13, DeAvery Collins. 10-point game now as Heidelberg has knocked 11 points off of Ohio Northern lead. It's taken them about 8 minutes to do so, but they've done a nice job. So now the offense of Ohio Northern will be called upon to try to stop this momentum and get back to some good offensive rhythm. Berger, kind of an acrobatic shot there. Thought maybe he was going to pass it. The passing lane was gone, and so he ended up shooting it. Nonetheless, found the bottom of the net. Nate Berger now with 8 points.
So maybe that'll be the one to get Ohio Northern going here.
Moxley.
But the intensity, the defensive intensity of Heidelberg is increased a bunch.
Moxley, the triple, has him a single-digit lead now. Diorio is fouled. As you mentioned, that defensive intensity. Heidelberg has never let off the gas, and that pressure, you wonder, is somewhat maybe wore down Ohio Northern a little bit. You remember the hot start they got off to, and it's tough to maintain that. And right now, maybe Heidelberg just a little bit momentum-wise, if you will, in Ohio Northern's offensive repertoire that they just can't get into rhythm.
Yeah, what Ohio Northern needs right now is to take the pressure off of them, is to beat the pressure and shoot some layups off of it, and that'll back Heidelberg up a little bit maybe, but that's easier said than done when they're running, jumping, and trapping.
Coach Buhai not pleased with the call. It was another foul away from the ball against number 24, Malik Quisenberry. The 15th foul, they get a backdoor cut. Baker misses the layup. Nate Berger able to maybe save the day with a steal, and he will go to the line. So Ohio Northern run nice out of bounds play, but they didn't finish it. But Nate Berger comes up with a steal, and he'll have a chance to score from the free throw line.
Yeah, it's good hustle there by Berger, not giving up on the basketball, coming up with it, and then drawing the foul himself.
Big free throws here with 9:07 left. And it will drop in. So Nate Berger using all of the rim that time, now with 9 points.
That's the way the ball rolls when you're shooting 78% from the free throw line.
Well, he has nice backspin on it, so the ball naturally will stop when it touches the iron and normally fall in, and it does much cleaner that time. So back to 11.
Didn't have to use the iron that time.
So Heidelberg has made this thing very interesting here, the final 9 minutes. Good hands by Ohio Northern. They create the turnover.
Yeah, good defense by the Polar Bears.
Hurlis still on the bench, now coming on to the front of the bench. He went out a few minutes ago with a left shoulder tweak or injury and appears ready to go. Allen waits for the defender to slide by and hits the 2-point shot just past the elbow.
We've seen him do that several times in the first half. Shot fake and then up and good.
He made a big shot in their last game, late in the game against Muskingum, a fadeaway 16-footer to kind of open up the lead late in the game, and then nailed 2 free throws to secure it. But Heidelberg comes right back with a basket of their own, and again, it remains 11 now. And as we approach the 8-minute mark here at Ada, Ohio, the campus of the Ohio Northern University. I'm Jeff Henshin. Alongside me tonight is Ron Cruzy. Entertaining basketball game here, and hopefully the Polar Bears can hold on and record their 10th straight win. Wow, Nate Berger, when in doubt, pull up and shoot it.
There it is, run the shot clock down, got a good shot, drained it.
Grodhaus to answer, and he does. So Heidelberg gets a big basket from Andrew Grodhaus. Nate might need to, okay, it was a muff. I thought maybe it was possible double dribble coming up, but it was not ruled possession. So back-to-back triples by each team. And their score remains, or the spread I should say, remains 11. 76-65. Tress going inside, off of his leg, turnover. The 13th of the game against the Polar Bears. Tough break for Nate, or for, I'm sorry, Aaron Tress is trying to create space and get a closer shot.
So Heidelberg has a chance here to get it down to single digits.
They had it at 9 a few possessions ago. That's the closest they've been since way back in the first half. There's still a lot of time left with 7:08 left.
Yeah, Bruns comes back in, so this is going to be a pretty important 3 or 4 minutes right here stretch to see what happens. Usually when he's in there, he controls the boards pretty well underneath, not giving them second shots.
Touch foul up top will be called on Nate Berger, his third. Also in that last timeout, or dead ball, along with Ryan Bruns. Joey Hurlis back into the lineup for Ohio Northern. And now the 6'8" junior Mike Mason out of St. Edward's High School back in for Heidelberg. And there'll be a timeout on the floor, media timeout, with just under 7 left here from Ohio Northern. The Polar Bears hanging on to 11-point lead here on NKTelco Sports.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just $20. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for $5 and a 16-piece for $20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru, great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern University, where it's been a very competitive game here, Ron, and it goes back to the song from yesterday, a little while back, by the Four Horsemen. Nobody said it'd be easy, something to that effect, and this is not easy tonight as Ohio Northern is being challenged by a team that's down in the standings, but nothing to lose. Have played good quality, hardcore defense and have hung around and clawed their way back into this contest.
Yeah, give Heidelberg credit. You know, being down 21 at one point, they didn't quit. They didn't slow up. If anything, they
made it more aggressive,
yeah,
maybe.
Like I said, their defensive intensity has really picked up here in the second half. And, you know, they have nothing to lose at that point. They're, you know, slapping and hacking and coming up with a basketball.
Well, they get an interior shot, as you mentioned, with Bruns in the game. That time, anyways, maybe altered a little bit. And, boy, hard screen up top, no call, and legal screen. And Ohio Northern chance here after getting a stop defensively to open up this 11-point lead a little bit more, and they will get a chance to do so from the free throw line, where Devin Allen this season coming into this game has been very good from the foul line, 88%. Mentioned earlier, he is fourth all-time. His career free throw shooting percentage is 87% in his career. He's 88 this year. He's fourth place, currently behind Jim Conrad, who hit it at 88.7%. Lucas Pennington, who played here recently, is at 88%. Tom Ross at 87%. And then Devin Allen trying to climb up that ladder, connects, more importantly now, hitting both of them, and creates the steal. Nice job using his body to shield the defender.
Yeah, got into the passing lane, and then that was just half of it. And used his body down there to shield, like you said, the defender away from him, and also put it up and make it.
Used his body very well. Probably wasn't going to outrun him in a foot race, and Diorio won't have to shield anyone other than lay it in. And boy, what a run of offense by the Polar Bears. Devin Allen, 4 straight points. Diorio with back-to-back now steals for Ohio Northern.
Yeah,
6 unanswered points.
2 big plays there. Turn your defense into offense, and that's exactly what the Polar Bears did there. We talked about one key of the game for Heidelberg was to defend the 3. They did not do that the first 10, 12 minutes of the ball game. But since then, they've done a very good job, especially here in the second half when the Polar Bears catch the ball on the three-point line. There's ball pressure right there. There's somebody in their face.
Yeah, the Polar Bears now 8 of 20 from three-point range. And, you know, we just got done talking about how Heidelberg's defense had stepped it up. And, boy, Ohio Northern gets 2 of their own, if you will, and that play by Allen, not only the steal, but the loose ball probably wasn't going to outrun the defender, but force the defender to run extra steps to try to catch up. Not only when he stole it, but when he went in to shoot it, he kind of went in still with the defender shielded behind him, so there was no chance for the defender to get an easy blocked shot attempt, and then Diorio just flat out uncontested at the other end. 6 straight points for the Polar Bears.
They call him the Heidelberg Student Princess. And Jeff, I know you have a story for us about that.
I have a lot of
stories.
stories.
How they came up with that nickname.
Well, I've mentioned this in some of my other games where I've had Heidelberg, and the story goes back in 1926, Edwin Butcher, who was Heidelberg's alumni director and publicity agent, was walking down Tiffin, Ohio, and at their movie theater they were playing a popular operetta called The Student Prince. It tells a story of a prince from in German, prince that went to Heidelberg University to be enjoy social life, if you will. Anyhow, that Edwin Butcher just donned a phrase in the newspaper referring to the football team as the Student Prince of Heidelberg, and it stuck, long story short. And they changed their name then, or voted to change their name from the Cardinals to the Student Prince. So
and now you know the rest of the story.
In case you didn't hear me mention that in one of my other telecasts, you do now, yes. So
I never get tired of hearing that.
I'll keep telling it. And as a reminder, the Ohio Northern Polar Bear is named Klondike. And I know you didn't know that either, so now you know 2 things. Devin Allen, boy, that'd have been a dagger right there if he could have knocked down that triple, but it remains a 15-point lead And there's a foul up top, and that will be the 6th team foul, so the ball will be out of bounds underneath Heidelberg's basket. 5:10 left, a 15-point lead for Ohio Northern.
Yeah, we talked about Heidelberg's defense, and then all of a sudden it's the Polar Bears defense that turns this game back into a 15-point lead for them.
Shot shot taken by Kier Benny. Well, Heidelberg's leading scorers, Benny's at 6'1", DeAvery Collins 6 foot. We talked about Moxley at 5'10". A lot of those guys get some points, if you will, in the interior. That one nearly went in, but did not. Hurlis back in the game for the long pass to Allen, no good. Then Diorio with the attempt on the rebound commits the foul, and that'll be a free throw attempt coming up for Andrew.
Yeah, not what you want to do there with a 15-point lead and away on the other end of the floor. You foul, but you compound that with it being 1-1, so you're basically giving them 2 points here.
Yeah, right now with the 4:44 left.
With the clock stopped.
Fortunately, they missed the free throw, and Bruns there to secure the one and done. And
so they survived that.
Allen loses his footing, trying to avoid going over the trap line, and will create the 14th Ohio Northern turnover. Now, Heidelberg's been very loose with the ball as well. They've already committed 18, so both teams, again, with this kind of in-your-face defense, especially by Heidelberg, it's been a lot of cause for these turnovers and such. So interior pass made by Prince Benson.
It's almost like 4 points a game, so that's not an often occurrence there.
It's almost like sometimes Ohio Northern grabs the ball from under the net to take it out before the players might be ready to make their cuts, as Berger drives and gets fouled and scores the ball. And he now has 15 points.
That time they had nice spacing there with the Bruns on the left. I'm not sure who was on the right. It might have been Diorio. But Berger took it right up the middle. They didn't force him to stop the ball. He took it right to the rim.
He completes the three-point play. He stays with Heidelberg. And again, the men winning right now 85-69 with exactly 4 minutes to go. The women continue to lead Heidelberg at Tifton 54-37 as that game nears the end of the third quarter.
So if everything continues, it's going to be a good night for Ohio Northern.
The tip in there as Ohio Northern nearly came away with a steal, but follow-up basket made by Benson. So Benson now with 6 points, and Ohio Northern, again, going to have to go to work now with just a 14-point lead. Berger tips it to Bruns, who gives it back to Nate Berger, and clock running, more importantly, for Ohio Northern, as that becomes maybe Heidelberg's biggest nemesis right now, is can they have enough time to come back as Diorio hits a deep two, and Joey Diorio now with 13 points. That was a big shot.
He's hit some big shots in this game, 3 of them in the first half.
Moxley muscles away, and good defense. I believe it was by Nate Berger, not giving any ground, and Bruns there with the rebound.
There we go, pull it out, attaboy.
Expect them to use a lot of that shot clock now. Shot clock at 13 as Hurlis will look for Bruns. Ball is kicked, and it will stay. They'll reset it to what? Oh, not a complete 30, does it?
15.
15, half of that. So 15 left on the shot clock for Ohio Northern. Hurlis will inbound the basketball.
So the Polar Bears come in and averaging 83.7. They're at 87 right now, and that compares to Heidelberg averaging 79. They're at 71. So they had a nice rebound here in the second half to get back up
to their scoring average.
Yeah.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well with Ohio Northern up by 16 here on NKTelco Sports.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
Welcome back with 2:48 left. Ohio Northern up by 16. They've had to work for this. Don't let the score be deceiving, as Heidelberg has made it some runs tonight. They've had it down to 9 here in the second half. Runs, his shot won't drop. He gets his own offensive rebound, and that will reset the Polar Bear shot clock. So unfortunate they didn't get the basket to drop, but they get a fresh 30, and will use a lot of that here, I would expect. DiOrio has the ball knocked away. It's a turnover instead. Moxley has it knocked away, or he loses the handle. Hurlis will wheel it back up top, and again, Northern will use more clock here as we near the 2-minute mark of this final half here at Ohio Northern. And
Heidelberg missed out on a good opportunity there. They had the numbers, and for some reason it looked like somebody tipped it from behind.
Boy, Allen putting on a clinic dribbling as shot clock down to 3, 2. One of the rare times they took a bad shot, if you will, but still drew iron. So they use all of the shot clock. Can Heidelberg come back and answer? Grotehouse three-pointer, no good. Long rebound will be off of Devin Allen. Grotehouse, and that long rebound hustles over, knocks it off of Devin Allen, and a new look for Heidelberg. And just a minute 39, though, Ron, left to go.
Now they got to rely on some three-point shots, and that's not their strong point.
And some steals or missed free throws by the Polar Bears. So, as I said earlier, the clock becoming the enemy as DeAvery Collins got the entry pass into number 23, Myron Pruitt. He has fouled. Foul goes against number 30, Nate Berger, his fourth. And free throws coming up here for number 23, Myron Pruitt.
Berger's got 16 points. And I would think that it's kind of a quiet 16, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's, maybe didn't come back-to-back. It's odd how he crept up there. He had that the old-fashioned three-point play recently.
Yeah. I don't mean that.
Right. It just, you don't know.
In a negative way, it kind of shocked me when I looked up and saw that.
No, it's good that the Polar Bears can score, and we don't even realize it.
There you go.
Polar Bears break the pressure, and they will pull it out, and we'll try to apologize for not getting a hold of Coach Bensman. At halftime, they had a ceremony where he was on the court with a bunch of youngsters out here, which is a fine reason to miss our interview, and we will hope to chat with him at the end of the game, as there's a steal and a basket by number 13, DeAvery Collins.
That time, Allen got picked clean there right at midcourt.
Good job by Bruns bringing it out, and they will run the clock. Heidelberg has played hard all minutes of this game, all 40 minutes. And they're going to give the Polar Bears a run tonight, but will come up short. Ohio Northern will win their 10th straight. Hurlis finishes, and now with 6 points. And the Polar Bears will remain on top as there's a timeout called by Heidelberg with just 40 seconds left. That'll give me a chance. I want to go through our sponsors one more time. They include Stolly Insurance, Buckeye Ford, J&R Auto Repair Service, Yamada East Steakhouse of Japan, Four Seasons Drive-Thru. Our scoreboard sponsor has been First National Bank, Think First. And our keys to the game tonight brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. And Polar Bears up by 14, Ron. They've played pretty good basketball. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Bensman has to say at the conclusion. But they got a good lead. They held on, and they responded when Heidelberg got it down to 9 and pushed it back up at a margin where, time's going to run out against the Student Prince.
Yeah, you come in the game winning on a 9-game winning streak. You want to keep the bus moving, and that's exactly what they did tonight. They got up to 21 points at one time. Heidelberg, give them credit, they came back, got it down to 11, and they had the ball chance to get it to single digits and didn't make it. And that had a lot to do with Ohio Northern's defense. 2 straight steals, and they put points on the board at the other end, and that took it back up to 15 points, and they haven't looked back since.
14-point lead right now with just, again, 40 seconds left. Not sure Heidelberg will have enough time, just the one timeout. And I'm going to say Ohio Northern too good to let this one slip away now. Going to the basket is the Polar Bear, or the Student Princess 3-pointer missed. Kier Benny 3-point shot, nailed it.
That gives
Benny,
him 11 points on the game, come in the game averaging over 15. So Ohio Northern's done a very good job on him.
Coach Bensman will burn a timeout. 11-point deficit with 21 seconds left. And it's a full timeout, so we'll take one more break and come back with the final 21 seconds here from Ohio Northern on NKTelco Sports.
J&R Auto Repair Service is a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Family-owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. Trust J&R for all your automotive service needs.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just 20 bucks. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for 5 bucks and a 16-piece for 20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru, great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
Welcome back. The men of Ohio Northern University's basketball team on the verge of winning their 10th straight. They will have some big games coming up. Their next game on February 11th at John Carroll. Then they come back home to Otterbein, and that's a team, Ron, that gave the Polar Bears their last loss, and that was 60-50. If you heard me correctly, 50 offensive points.
Yeah.
So
Bruns did not play that game. Fitzhands, that was one of the first games he was out too. That neither one of them played.
50 points, and that's basically what Ohio Northern's been scoring almost per half since that time. So you'd be interested to see once that they don't put too much pressure on that game, but I think you would like to come back and make sure Otterbein knows, who's leading the conference now, make sure they can play some good basketball on February 15th here at home against Otterbein. And then the big one, February 18th at number 10 right now, Marietta. As Bruns makes the free throw, the 90th point for the team, the 7th for Bruns.
Yeah, I would think Coach Bensman would have a good, easy time getting their attention for that game.
Bruns with 8 points. Probably won't get a double-double tonight with just 8 points, but does have 10 rebounds, a couple assists. And that shot is off the mark, and turnaround jumper off the mark in the final 8 seconds, and that will be it. The Polar Bears 91, Heidelberg 78. I'll let Ron take over, and we'll go hopefully get a chance to talk to Coach Bensman.
Okay, as you see on the floor, the Polar Bears shaking hands with Heidelberg. Jeff's on his way down to talk to Coach Bensman when he's done. 91-78. Devin Allen, 21 points. Joey Diorio, 13 points. Nate Berger with 16. Those three lead the Ohio Northern Polar Bears in the victory. Good defensive job, especially like we talked about. Kier Benny comes in the game over 15 points, and he leaves with 11. Coach Bensman is on his way out, and Jeff's waiting on him, so we're going to turn it over to Jeff. He has Coach Bensman with him.
We're here with Coach Bensman, and Coach, you just what a game tonight. The Heidelberg Student Prince did not give up all night. They forced your team to play a solid 40 minutes. You got off to a good start, withstood some runs by Heidelberg, but boy, a feisty effort by the other team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what they do. They disrupt you. They come at you, for 40 minutes, pressing you. They want you to, make an errant pass or come down the basketball floor and maybe not execute as well as you should. So we talked about that, in practice a little bit. Break the pressure and then execute, because they rely on a couple tip balls or a couple errant, passes, and then go the other way, quick run out, score. They really, that's a big part of what they do. So we wanted to break the pressure with composure and poise and patience, and then we wanted to make sure we executed on the offensive end of the floor and we didn't, make some errant passes or be aloof with the basketball. So that was the key.
Well, for the most part, the team did pretty well as what I think you designed it as. Made some runs, and we talked about the defense that Heidelberg played, but I think it was your defense late in the second half here where Devin Allen, after making a couple free throws, gets a steal right in front of our booth over here and shielded his body so nicely to get the steal, secure it, protect the ball right down here, score, and then Diorio comes right back with a steal of his own, an easy basket. That pretty much gave you that nice cushion to end it.
Yeah, and we talk about all the time. That's the thing we really got to get better is defensively, and that's repetition, and drill work, and that it might be better next year. You know what I mean? We're down to now just focus and be interested in it. But we got most of the stuff in now. Now we can start to polish a little bit. But it's late in the year. We saved their legs, but we got to get better defensively as a program.
Well, your team's been doing very well now, 10 straight. The season's winding down. Final thoughts on your upcoming games here and what you're going to do to keep your teams focused on what they have in hand.
Just to embrace the grind. I told them you got to be locked in. When we made some of those state tournament runs when I was a high school coach, very important to be very focused. And I love these guys. They're great guys, and they're working hard, and they've been very coachable this year.
Well, you've done a nice job. Your team is playing very well, so congratulate the win. Sorry we didn't get to talk to you at halftime, but you had other business with the kids, and that's important also.
Good. Yeah, we do a little books with Ben's with a reading program with the kids. So.
All right, very good. Well, thanks, Coach. We'll let you go enjoy your victory. We'll take a break and come back with the wrap-up here from Ohio Northern University on NKTelco Sports.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern, where the Polar Bears are victorious tonight, 91-78. They win their 10th game in a row. And Ron, let's go through the numbers and see how that was done.
For Heidelberg, field goal wise, they shot 48% from the field, 32 of 66. Ohio Northern 49% from the field, 31 of 63 from the three-point line. Heidelberg 6 of 18, 33%. Ohio Northern 8 of 22 for 36%. Free throw wise, Heidelberg 8 of 11. Ohio Northern 21 of 23. Rebounding wise, Heidelberg closed that gap. Ohio Northern won that 35-33. Turnovers 19 for Heidelberg, 16 for Ohio Northern. Also for Ohio Northern, they had 4 players in double figures tonight. Connor Baker with 18, Joey Diorio 13, Devin Allen with 21, and Nate Berger with 16.
Yeah, 4 players in double figures, as well as real closer, Ryan Bruns with 8, Joey Hurlis with 6, and Aaron Tress with 9. So again, balanced scoring from a number of Ohio Northern players to lead their 91-point total as a team. For Heidelberg, also 4 players in double figures. Chris Moxley with 19, Myron Pruitt with 17, 12 from DeAvery Collins, and 11 from Kier Benny. Their double-figure scores. And Ron, you look at the stats here. Ohio Northern in the first half shot 54% from the field in the first half, 43 in the second half. it was Heidelberg that shot very well in the second half, shooting nearly 58%, and that helped bring them back into the ballgame as three-point shooting for Ohio Northern kind of left them in the second half, just 1 of 10 from distance. But the key difference, I thought, when you were going through your stats, free throw shooting, Ohio Northern 21 of 23 compared to 8 of 11, which is a good number for Heidelberg, but just the opportunities for Heidelberg not there. Ohio Northern being aggressive, getting fouled, and then late in the game when Heidelberg did foul a little bit to try to get back into it, Ohio Northern took advantage of it.
Yeah, and you would think that the foul shot opportunities, that would be just the opposite, the way Heidelberg got the ball inside the lane, especially the first half. They, for whatever reason, a lot of it had to do with Polar Bears' defense on the inside, but they didn't shoot a very high percentage that first half, and a lot of them were inside the lane, a lot of those shots. And like we talked about, you have a bad shooting half, a lot of times the second half things even out, and to get back to what your normal percentage is, and in order to do that, you have to shoot a good percentage. And just the opposite for Ohio Northern. Could they keep that high percentage shooting like they had in the first half? Could they keep that up for a whole game? Not normally does that happen.
And it kind of balanced out, like you said, to where their average is for the season. And Ohio Northern, though, a strong test tonight. Heidelberg gave them everything they wanted. Polar Bears win by 13. I'd like to thank our crew tonight. They include our camera people, Tyler Wolf and Kurt Kuffner on the floor. Our main camera was Dennis Hench, and our production crew included Bryce Hamrick and Isaac Sell. For my partner, Ron Cruzy, I'm Jeff Henchen, bringing you tonight's game. Once again, your final score, 91-78, Ohio Northern. We hope that you enjoyed this telecast, and thanks for watching here on NKTelco Sports. Okay.